There's a war in the feeling, they ain't keeping it real. They think it's easy to peel just cause they flipping those bills. The only vote is for heal, but if I trump it'll cost. We already walking dead in the land of the lost. I've been taking it way back, say Jack. Be my own wicked woman on the track while you twerking in the trap. I'm gonna get them plaques, yeah, my mind is on them racks. I'm just stating loosely facts, go and get that contact with your loose leaf ass. Leaning on the wall with your bathroom pass. Need a Wonder Woman in your life, how fast? How I'm gonna tell the truth, but you puff pass. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. Speak my vernacular. She back, For unlawful carnal knowledge, I'm wedged into worry while they suck and hurry. I'm just skating, do my derby. Watch these cameras all pervert me. Won't respect my name and dirt me, but I woke up early. Even when I'm fucking late, I'm applesauce and frosting the cake. Bake your plate A while they ingenuities ace. I'm planning an escape with the Save the World 10.8. Love potion number 9, fine dine. I want a piece of American pie. Lie under pudding pop shop that I ate the chocolate up. Why they sell me Californication? Afro on Rodeo blaxploitation, and all this to the congregation.
From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits Show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies.
What's going on, my friends and fans and family alikes and mothers out there everywhere? I'm the Pasteurized Chef, Marcus Bradley Donovan, coming to you live from the District of Dogface Studio.
What?
District Dogface Studio?
You said the District of Dogface Studio.
Whatever, same fucking thing.
It's just a hybrid. It's hybrid of the District of Misfits and the District of
Shut the fuck up. All right, Edens, welcome to another podcast. We're the drinking show with a podcast problem. Tonight, Boo is out. Jamie is Jamie. And, we got Caitlin, we got Ian. We're going to talk about some things that happened in the Supreme Court, so therefore expertise of Mr. Ian Taranji and other things. He's fun. We like to be around him. And
He's an okay guy, I guess.
And Caitlin's Caitlin.
Likewise. Thank you.
Before we get started, let's do a little call to action. If you'd like to find us all over the place, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits Show. On Facebook and Instagram. Wait, did I just say that?
You said that. Good job.
On YouTube, the District of Misfits Show as well. Please like and subscribe to our page. Twitch, District of Misfits. If you would like to buy some of our wares, CrushingDC.com. We have some new things coming on this week in observation and celebration of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And if you would like to create your own podcast or amplify your voice or be a guest on our show, please email us at district.facestudio@gmail.com.
You would think you would know it by now.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if we were putting the District of Misfits Show email. Either way.
It's only show 955. It's fine.
I don't know.
All right, kids. How's everybody's week been? What's going on?
Okay. Also, real quick, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and godmommies and fur mommies and everything, all that stuff. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that first. Ian, do you want to say thank you to anybody?
You mean like Happy Mother's Day? Happy
your
Mother's
fucking
Day
wife or your mom?
To my mom. Happy Mother's Day. my wife, happy Mother's Day. I've been wishing her happy Mother's Day all day, all year, really, every day.
Every day is Mother's Day.
Her day.
And we celebrate their goodness and their joy that they bring to our lives every single day. Happy Mother's Day.
Caitlin, how are your moms doing?
They're great. I'm lucky enough to have two moms, so happy Mother's Day to to both of them. They're amazing. Also happy Mother's Day to my grandmother. And all the like Val said, all the moms out there, even the ones that just have pets like me. Cat moms.
Exactly.
We count too. Just a little bit.
For mommies count.
Yes, definitely.
I spent today with my mom and my aunt today in Columbia. And what I got to do is go to Costco with my mom.
That sounds like fun.
My mom was like, "Oh, I have to go to Costco." She's like, "You want to come?" And I was like, "All right." And I realized I just needed to be the muscle for her.
Oh yeah.
Because she was like, normally she's like, she likes these do you know the ice, like they're like the flavored drinks, like carbonated drinks that you can get in cases at Costco.
No.
They're like seltzers, but not, because they're like juicy and like they're I don't know, 0 calories. Anyway, she likes those, but she can only get 1 case at a time when she goes by herself, and she always has to ask somebody for help because she can't lift it herself. She goes, "Oh, you're here. So let's get 3."
You're the help on Mother's Day. I mean, it makes sense.
Nice. That's right. That's right.
Anything that she needed, like bits and baked, to be carried.
That's hilarious.
That was my role today.
Mama Val, you can hit me up and I'll help you get all the cases you need.
But then also,
I got you.
The flip side to that was look at that wrong. The flip side to it was that I needed to get some stuff for the house here, and then my mom bought it for me. Which was very nice.
Well, thanks, Mom.
There you go.
Yeah. So I was like hearing her talk on the when we got to the house. My mom thinks that I don't know. She just thinks I'm like super strong. So she was like talking to my aunt. My aunt, she's gotten a little older, so she has a hard time carrying stuff and everything now. But before, my aunt was like, she was like really strong. She'd always carry stuff. And I heard her. They were speaking in Tagalog, and she was like, "Oh, Bambi, she's like you. She's very strong. She's like an Amazon."
Is this opposite day? Are we doing opposites?
And then she was like, "Oh, she's like my godmother is like one of her best friends, and I think she's also like she's like really strong. Also, she always like carries shit around. She's like, oh, she like takes after her godmother." So,
that's so cute.
They think I'm not listening, and then they forget also that I can understand them.
I mean, she's complimenting you, not talking shit.
Oh, they talk shit about me sometimes. I'm like, I'm right here, and I understand.
I mean, they're moms and they're Asians, so they're going to talk shit all they want.
Is there like an Encanto situation going on there with like the super strong aunt or something?
Exactly. And I'm the trouble.
Like from AAPI Encanto or something.
For those of you who have not watched Encanto, you should. It's a good movie.
What is this? What movie am I missing?
It's a good cartoon. You wouldn't like it.
It's good. It's good.
I liked it. I got a little like teary-eyed.
No.
I related to what's her face? What's her name?
I don't know.
The main one.
Wait to pay attention to the fucking movie.
What's the name of the main character?
None of us know.
Bruno?
No.
No. The daughter who was like didn't have any powers.
Miss Bruno?
No.
Marcus, you never watched this.
I don't remember. I watched it on Christmas, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I was drunk.
I'm gonna go with that excuse also. Yeah, we'll all just use that excuse. It's probably
I remember it was fun, and my kids dug it.
That's all that matters.
And I had a raging headache the next day, but other than
that. Speaking, just a little side note: the composer, I think, is from here. Is local. The one who wrote the music is from this area. I think, like Maryland somewhere.
No,
I might be making that shit up, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure you are.
If you, as long as you say, I'm pretty sure, then we can take that to the bank.
My lawyer says it's okay.
Oh man! All right, kids, let's get it out of the way now. But you probably don't need it because it's just me here, no Jamie. So let's just do safe words.
Huh. My safe word is vegetable. I had to get a lot of vegetables with my mom. Caitlin.
I don't know.
Do a little Kaiser Soze. That's what we do every week.
What?
Do a little Kaiser Soze. Look around the room. That's
Yeah, I'm looking around. Actually, I'm gonna go with LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
I've been drinking a lot of that.
It's supposed to only be one word, but that's all right.
Okay, LaCroix, really fast.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna go with Sonia Sotomayor.
No,
That's very long.
A, that's 2 words. B, that's a proper name, and we don't.
It's C.
Sonia Sotomayor.
It can't be a proper noun.
I'm just let it go because he's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep going, making up words.
Marcus, go. Marcus,
Hold up, I'm doing Kaiser Soze.
come on. Ian's on limited time.
Let's do ale.
Ale? Like ginger ale?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Oh, thanks a lot. Val. All right. Well, so while Ian is on borrowed time, what is just Val? Let's just get this out of the way. Talk about 1973.
All right, Ian, you're up.
Take a swig.
Oh, I'm up.
No, you can take a drink.
Well,
Get ready because you're going to court. So
Yeah. I'm gonna.
you're sweet. Cheers with you.
To talk about this one, yeah, I could probably use a stiffer one
So,
for this. But,
what the fuck is going on, Ian? What the fuck happened?
So, all right. So what's going on is, I guess it was earlier this week, Monday, Politico reported on a draft opinion that they had received from somebody who had access to the draft opinions that circulate among Supreme Court justices. And this opinion strikes down Roe versus Wade, which is the 1973 Supreme Court decision that found a right in the Constitution for women to be able to have abortions, to be able to, exercise a measure of reproductive freedom. And so it's not shocking to me in the sense that I have seen this day coming for a long time. But it's shocking to read it and to realize that like this is where we're headed, and where we're headed is a place where the Supreme Court now feels emboldened to just strip away rights that have previously been found in the Constitution. And there's certainly arguments to be made that this portends the end of other rights, like the right to same-sex marriage, the right to contraception. I mean, these are rights that are found in the that are not explicitly found in the Constitution, but have been, through other Supreme Court opinions, been found in the Constitution. And we're kind of like at a dangerous place. We're at a dangerous place politically. We're at a dangerous place legally, culturally, morally. It's it's a bad place.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can get into like the reasoning, but the reasoning is basically like fuck your rights.
Yeah, bullshit. The reasoning is bullshit.
The reasoning is bullshit. What Sam Alito basically says is, look, there's 2 ways that you can find a right, a constitutional right. One is it's explicit in the Constitution. It says it. You have the right to. And the other is rights that are, I'm trying to remember the exact phraseology that he used, but basically that they're part of like our, like a Western legal culture and tradition. And of course, a right to abortion isn't going to be found in 17th century, British Blackstone's law books. That's not a thing. That's just not a thing. To say nothing of the fact that when we look to these traditions, you're looking to traditions that are like very white, Christian, male, heteronormative. I mean, you know, we can't treat things like the Constitution, in my opinion, we can't treat the Constitution like stone tablets that came down from Mount Sinai, that like God himself was like, you know, scribbling on the tablets. Like, you have to understand that these were men who did not conceive of women participating in a self-governing republic. These are people who certainly did not conceive of Black people participating in a self-governing republic. And so the notion that we should be beholden just strictly to the words written at that time is
bullshit.
it's just not sound reasoning. And so this case turns on the 14th Amendment's guarantee of liberty, and I would argue that the drafters of the 14th Amendment would view liberty as something that the future generations can kind of decide for themselves. You know, the Constitution is not a super long document, and the majority of it doesn't talk at all about rights. It just sets up our system of federal government. So the notion that all of the rights that we have are enshrined in those words, and there is no other rights that the Constitution protects is, I think, not sound, just culturally and politically, I think. So that's where we are.
I feel like you and I on the show have had this discussion before, and it still like boggles my mind. So like, I mean, since we were children, we learned like the basic tenets of government was that there's a separation of church and state, right? And I don't understand how in this day and age we're still allowing this like Christian sort of mentality. Yeah. I mean, and this is coming from a Catholic. I mean, y'all know that I'm Catholic, but like, you know, I don't understand how we are allowing our government to be ruled and run by this alleged majority, which isn't really a majority anymore.
It's not. I mean,
Christian,
but like
thinking.
I mean, in God We Trust is still on our money. It's on license plates. It's in the Pledge of Allegiance, like under one nation under God. Like it's not separate. It's bullshit that they say that church and state are separate, because they're not. And it's a huge. I mean, you know, I'm an atheist, very proud, very outspoken.
Hey, there's two of us.
Yeah, and like it drives me absolutely crazy. You know, it is just bullshit.
Well, that's exactly. I mean, look, Val. I mean, you hit on, I think, a really, really critical, crucial point, which is the impact of religion. And let's just be real about what religions we're talking, because we're not talking about all religions. We're talking about very specific white Christian religions that are imposing their views of morality and enshrining them into legislation that is actually hurting women, hurting people, and you know, look, there's no science that says that life begins at conception. The only reason people believe that life begins at conception is because religious people told them that life begins at conception.
Right.
And look, you're free to believe whatever you want, and you're free to practice your religion however you like. But I don't believe, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, I don't believe that you have the right to impose those views on the rest of society.
Right.
And that's problematic, because when we really get down to brass tacks about abortion politics, it's about religion, and it's about whether religious principles, explicitly religious principles, become enshrined in public policy. And so while, there's no doubt, Caitlin, it's that total bullshit that people talk about, the separation of church and state, at least nominally, when it like the church shouldn't be able to take people's rights away. Shouldn't be able to have that type of an influence. It's one thing to say, okay, you know, the kids can pray in school. It's another thing entirely to say my religious views mean that the rest of this society cannot exercise, you know, a really basic right, you know, and you know, I would argue an economically necessary right, for women,
Oh,
in order for
100%.
women to participate fully and equally in an economy, they have to have that right. Have to have it. And so now, the question becomes, what's next? I mean, it's a 98-page opinion.
Wait, 98-page opinion?
It gets big.
It's a
Jesus
98.
Christ.
It's a 98-page
What
opinion.
the fuck?
You got to understand. This has been a 48, 49 year crusade.
Oh yeah, I get all that. Yeah.
In this country, like this is their shining moment, and so they were not. It's like Eminem getting up to do his final battle. They're gonna.
Mons Biscotti.
They're not gonna miss their chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Lifetime. God. Oh wow.
It's a 98-page opinion. It really takes apart. It really takes apart Roe legally, and understand that Roe versus Wade. Also, there's a very sort of popular notion that the legal reasoning in Roe versus Wade is not particularly strong. There's sort of a cottage industry of progressive law professors and other dorks who, well, Roe was not really very effectively decided. It's like, whatever. I mean, so it's really trying to take it apart.
What is your opinion about, I know a lot of people have been talking about expanding the Supreme Court, stacking the court or whatever. What are your thoughts on that?
I've been in favor of stacking the Supreme Court for about 10 years now. I mean, honestly, it's ridiculous. I mean, think about this. You have you're likely going to have either a 6-3 or a 5-4 majority to strike down Roe versus Wade. And think about the 5 or 6 that will be in the majority. Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, Neil Gorsuch, all appointed by Donald Trump, who didn't win the popular vote when he was elected president.
Right.
Samuel Alito, potentially Chief Justice John Roberts, were appointed by George W. Bush, who did not win the popular vote at least in his first election. He won the popular vote in his re-elect in 2004, but he did not win. So you're going to have like 4 of the 5 in the majority, or possibly 5 of 6 in the majority Supreme Court justices who were appointed by Republican presidents who did not win a majority of the vote. And, I feel like this is when you're setting up a situation of minority rule, which is exactly what's happening here.
I mean, where the fuck is our democracy?
There isn't. Yeah, I mean, we're letting. I mean, we're letting it go. We're letting it go right now. This is like minority rule, and it becomes authoritarian when you have minority rule. When you have people not willing to concede defeat, not willing to accept defeat, and a peaceful transfer of power. Like, there is nothing special about Americans. There's nothing special about our Constitution. Like, it's based on people agreeing to do the right thing. And when people don't agree to do the right thing, it falls apart. There's nothing that says this can't fall apart. And it's unraveling. It's unraveling. And what you're seeing at the Supreme Court, is the same thing that you're seeing in the Congress. It's the same thing that we're seeing in our national politics. And it's the Supreme Court has basically become a partisan political arm. It's an arm of the Republican Party right now.
Right. Now, don't some constitutions around the world change every 20 years or every 50 years? They rewrite the Constitution?
That I don't know. I can't speak to other constitutions. All I know is that ours was written, 240 years ago, 240 some odd years ago. It's due for at least a page 1 rewrite.
I mean, when you're writing an opinion, you're quoting and you're going back to the 1600s. I mean, or even farther. 1300s. Sorry, 1300s.
It's a problem.
Right.
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, there's always reverence. There's always reverence in legal circles for opinions of people who wore of old white men who wore powdered wigs. So,
Yeah.
the powdered
Yeah,
wig,
fuck
the powdered wig confers
Jesus.
authority in perpetuity. You can be 300 years later, and this guy with the powdered wig.
I mean,
Did
he said
say-
He
so.
said it,
So
yeah.
So is
You
that,
know.
can I wear a powder wig now and get away with some shit?
I think you'd just be
possibly.
vilified for it now instead of actually like.
I mean, it's
Possibly.
It doesn't make any
possibly.
sense.
does it though?
Some crazy ass shit. I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like we've been saying it for like years already. Our whole society is just going to hell in a handbasket. Like, it just keeps getting where you think it's going to get better, and then it just
It's like, ha ha ha, just kidding.
Just
It's
joking.
gonna get worse.
Here, hold my beer. We're
Yeah.
gonna make it worse.
Yeah. You thought
Yeah.
2020 was bad? Just wait.
So Val, Caitlin, like, what were your thoughts? You found out about this, like, what were your thoughts about just hearing this news?
You want to go first?
You go first.
Me go first?
Caitlin has a lot of opinions. and they're
I
very
do have a
strong.
lot of opinions. I have a lot to say. I know that you're on borrowed time right now. So,
I want to hear it though. I want to hear it. Lay it on me.
I mean, at first I was just like really fucking angry. Yeah, Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, definitely. Like, just really angry. But I was not surprised. I wasn't surprised. We saw it coming. The Supreme Court was one of the biggest things with me when it came to like voting and stuff like that. Like, because I knew that this was going to be an issue that would affect us for a really long period of time. And like, I'm not like, I don't love Democrats. They're worthless in a lot of different ways. But when it comes to this specific issue of the Supreme Court and the massive way that they can affect our society, as soon as this happened, I was like, well, what the fuck did you guys expect was going to happen? What did everyone expect? When 2016 happened, this was already like in writing basically at that
The
point.
writing was on the wall.
Yeah,
Well,
and so no one should have been surprised. It was sort of like a really, really shitty I told you so moment.
Mhm.
And so, I want to try to work to find a way forward, but at the same time, I'm very, very close to just like being like, fuck it, I'm leaving America. I'm done with this country, because it's not like, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit hopeless. But I still want to fight, but like, how much can we do? Like, I don't know. That's my that was my initial reaction, and still is.
Election night 2016. I went to bed when things started looking bad. I was like, I'll wake up in the morning and find out if like the worst nightmare actually came to pass. And I woke up that morning, I looked at my phone, I realized my worst nightmare had come to pass. And the first thing that I said was, we've lost the Supreme Court for
exactly. And that's the thing. I was up that whole night, and when it started to turn, I like went to go wake up my husband, and I was like, Trump is winning, and he was like, no, that can't be right. And I was like, no, it's right. Like, it's happening. And yeah, the Supreme Court, that was like really one of the biggest things for me.
Trump appointed
three
three justices. He appointed
insane.
3 justices.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane. And like, Congress had everything to do. Mitch McConnell is a piece of shit. I mean, like, what's his face? What's his name?
Merrick Garland.
Tell me his name again. Merrick Garland. Like, he should have been confirmed. Like, he's he would have been a solid Supreme Court justice.
He would have been a perfectly average and feckless Supreme Court justice instead of being a perfectly average and feckless Attorney General.
Amen.
There's that.
At least he would have voted. At least he would have voted against this bullshit.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
And maybe someone with some balls would be prosecuting Trump right now.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's just like everything is just a disgrace. Like, you want to, you think that things, I mean, like, Trump wasn't elected, and we had this sort of collective sigh of relief, hoping that.
But he had already stacked the Supreme Court, so it's like.
Right. And it's just, people, I mean, like I said, even in 2016, people were like, anyone who was like, oh, like you, like Ian, like Caitlin, who were like, oh, well, there goes the Supreme Court. Like, everyone's like, oh, you're overreacting. Oh, you liberals.
Oh, okay.
Dramatic.
Tell me
How-
I'm fucking overreacting now.
Right.
Like, come to this week in time and be like, oh, you were overreacting. Really? I don't think so.
And like everyone's like, there's pieces of shit are like, oh, we should be focusing on who you leaked that document. Like, what? Why? Like, honestly, shouldn't there be transparency?
Yeah.
Like that's whole thing. It's like there has been. I don't know, Ian. What are your thoughts? I mean, I know that there has been like a complete lack of transparency, and like that's like the expectation over the years that like things are very hush hush and like kept behind closed doors and stuff. But like, I mean, ultimately, shouldn't there be transparency? Like, shouldn't we be allowed to see that as the public? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, look, I think there should be some space for the justices to be able to say, I like your draft. I would change this. I would change that. Like, I don't necessarily think that has to be, that we have to have that level of transparency. I would like to definitely see more transparency from the court.
But is that like a?
I would
Should
love
it
to see.
really
I would
be
love to
like
see.
a?
I would love to see a televised hearings. I would see hearings on C-SPAN or
But like, should it really be such a big deal that like this was leaked? I mean, is this?
Oh, I don't give a shit that it was leaked. I don't give a flying fuck.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
me
is that,
too.
like,
Yeah,
that's
like,
what-
I could
that's
care.
what-
care.
I could care less. Look, if you clerked at the Supreme Court and you proposed to your fiance on the steps of the Supreme. Okay, you are that institutionalist. Okay, I can understand why this breach of the norms would be so heart-wrenching for you. I could give a shit. I
Yeah,
could give a shit.
yeah.
I'd rather know, and I'd rather get more leaks and more stuff out of the Supreme Court. But
is it so egregious? Like, is that something that like almost?
I don't
like,
think so.
know,
I don't give a
I mean,
shit.
they're acting like those people who want to deflect from this issue, like Mitch McConnell and those ilk of that ilk, like they want to act like it's like a criminal offense. Like,
They're losing their goddamn mind over this shit. Like it's
Yeah.
insane.
I mean,
this shit you're saying.
That's like part of the big problem is that like so many people think that is more of an issue than us losing our fucking rights to our own bodies.
Right, and that's the whole thing. Like, I heard him saying, like he was like, what we really need to be focusing on.
I'm like, are you
the
fucking
fact that
kidding me?
someone leaked this document? Like, who fucking?
Well,
like,
I think the people.
Yeah.
I think the people complaining about the leaks are people who don't want to talk about the substance.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
let's
Of course,
be real.
of course.
Let's be real. It's 2022, and you could go back to 2012, 2002, 1992, 1982. Overturning Roe versus Wade has never been popular, and it has always been pretty overwhelmingly unpopular. And so, look, I mean, anybody who's talking about the leak as being like the issue, there are people who don't want to discuss the substance because they know that the substance is unpopular. And talking about why you think Sam Alito got it right is not going to make you a more popular politician. They don't want to.
So do you think this is going to?
It's just like deflection,
So do you think this is going to affect their midterm? Is it going to go back to the blue, or is it?
I would love to think that. Unfortunately, my cynicism, which doubles as realism, kind of tells me that
It's not.
inflation is still going to be what pushes me
Yeah.
over the edge.
I'm with Ian on this.
I agree. I agree.
I would love for this to be the great rallying point.
It's not going to
for
be.
liberals and women and non-women who care about people's constitutional and civil rights. I would love for this to be a galvanizing moment where like a majority of the country stands up to the Republican Party and says, look,
Enough's enough.
The adults are in charge now. Okay. I would love for that to happen. I've been waiting for that for about 40 years. And
It's not going to. I mean,
hasn't
how many of you guys
materialized yet.
have heard of the Mother's Day strike? The thing that I'm like trying to participate in. Have any of you have you three heard of it at all?
No,
Exactly. So so the Mother's Day strike, it was like proposed like as a response to this, that everyone who can not work for this week, starting today all the way up until next week, right? For the whole week, if you can get away with not working, don't work. But if you can't do that, not to buy things, like not to go out to eat at restaurants, like have an economic impact, get off social media, don't engage, like as a protest against, what's going on right now. And I barely know anyone who's even heard of it.
I know.
And it's
I
like,
definitely didn't hear
it's supposed to be this big thing, and we're all supposed to like come together, and like help each other fight this. But I'm like, it's not even, the message is not even getting to where it needs to be,
Right.
So like,
So I feel like the liberals and like just the Democratic Party and people, not Republicans, are so like fractured and like ridiculous. It's like I said, like we used to say about like hurting bartenders. It's like 10 times worse. Trying to galvanize these people because it's so fractured and everybody has a fucking opinion and they can't just shut the fuck up and put that shit behind them and just come together. Everyone's got to say their piece. Everyone's got to be like, but what about this and what about that? And
It's the what is it?
Yes. Oh my, drives me crazy.
And the left is so guilty of it.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
That's the history. That's the history of right-wing populism and right-wing authoritarianism, is that you have left that are so fractured. I mean, look, the Nazi Party did not come to power because they had overwhelming electoral support. They came to power because the left couldn't coalesce. The left were a majority in Germany. The Nazis weren't, but they had the guys in the brown shirts, and they were able to squeak out enough power that they were able to take over.
Right.
And
that's what happened with Trump.
That's what's happening. I mean, look, the Nazis didn't
And it's
start
still,
out
like,
killing
I feel
6
like
million
it's-
people. They started out taking control of the German parliament. They started out winning a seat here, winning local seats here, winning local seats there. And next thing you know, they've got 8%. They've got 14%. I mean, when they actually took power in 1933, I think the Nazi Party had like 25% of the parliament, which is, not a majority, obviously, but it was a plurality, and it was strong enough to go in coalition with other right-wing parties that thought that they could control the Nazis. And next thing you know, not so much, and that's sort of the history of all right-wing authoritarianism is left of center parties that can't come together. And that's what we've seen. Look, that's what we've seen since the 90s. I mean, I remember having arguments with Ralph Nader people in 2000, with Ralph Nader people in 2004.
Those people.
those fucking
those motherfuckers.
The Ross Perot supporters.
Yeah.
Like, can you just shut the
Look,
fuck up,
please?
I don't have any issue with people who supported Bernie, and most of them, I think, did vote the right way in 2016. But there's also a lot of people who were just like, and to be fair, there was also a lot of Russian disinformation that was going around.
Oh,
yeah, 100. Yeah,
that was specifically targeted to like
to do this
center, very liberal groups, to basically be like, Hillary's not your friend. She called black people super predators and bloody, all of this stuff. And you take like a kernel of truth and you spin out a whole yarn.
Pedophile,
and
oh my god, the pizza gate.
You're cutting into, so there's a lot of stuff going on, and it doesn't go back as far as 2016. It goes back to the 90s and
goes back to Reagan. Goes back to Reagan.
It goes back to Reagan in many ways. It goes back to the 90s in many ways. I feel like that's when the Republican Party.
I'm like chugging this beer.
I'm entering on my third beer. We're not even.
I mean, this is everything that's going on now is exactly what the Russian bots. This is what they wanted. This is exactly what they plotted out and planned.
Oh no, they did a very good job. Honestly, they did. Great job.
The greatest return on investment. The greatest return on investment in the history of mankind. I mean, I think the Russian government put like a couple of mil into like some like rented office space in like Vladivostok or something like that, and like hired like 100 kids to just like create bullshit posts, and like and they got 4 years of a friendly president to for it.
Because Americans ultimately are fucking stupid.
So fucking stupid. Oh my gosh.
Just gullible and like will believe anything.
It's
like
bad.
The fact that the young people, after like years and years of Pizzagate having been debunked and like completely like, what's the word? Like proven to be false.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put it on TikTok and then they believe it all over again.
I know.
It's on TikTok.
That's bad.
Wait, they really do believe this all over again?
Yes.
That was the whole thing. It like went on TikTok. That's why it was like, that's why it was trending again, because they were like, oh, the liberals, they have like progressives, they have, this pedophile ring in Comet
Being Block of all places. I'm like, you can fucking go there and go to make, like, you can go there and see for yourself. It's like
there's no fucking basement. What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah,
with
it's just
people?
like the game room or whatever, right?
Right.
Like in the bot. Yeah.
But if you order a pepperoni pizza, you order like fucking a 2-year-old or some shit.
Yeah,
Right.
like what the? Oh my god.
Yeah, right. Like
It's-
pepperoni pizza, extra cheese, and you get like 3 5-year-olds.
But so many people like fervently believe that,
Yes,
like
and they still
hardcore
believe it.
believe
Okay,
it.
so listen, I'm not trying to do a lot of TikToks tonight, but we're talking about how stupid Americans are. For the love of God, these guys are fucking idiots. Let me play this.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Just get a beer out. Just get ready to start drinking.
I already have one in my hand.
What is negative 48?
Okay, well, negative 48 is Michael Brian Protzman. He is teaching gematria. Michael Jackson sang about it. A, B, C,
Huh?
easiest 1, 2, 3.
And so what is gematria exactly?
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. A being
What?
1 and Z being 26.
So Michael Jackson, was he part of negative 48?
No, but he is,
You keep saying is he?
he's alive, brother. Michael Jackson is dead.
Michael Jackson is alive.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, let's bring him back here for a second.
JFK.
Get back here.
Really?
He was resurrected 4 days later as Jesus Christ.
What?
Wait.
Yeah, bro, this goes
JFK
deep,
was
man.
resurrected as Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he is your president. And Junior is your vice president as we speak.
As we speak right now, JFK Sr. is president and JFK Jr. is vice president.
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
It
Oh.
makes you want to just take a bullet to your
Wait,
head.
was
Like,
that TikTok taken at the trucker convoy? Because I saw like trucks in the background.
Probably.
Oh,
P.S. Those
Jesus
bitches are
Christ.
coming back.
I know, I saw that, and apparently
Oh,
they're
I
like
know.
more violent than they were before. Aren't we going to talk about that at some point?
We
But
can.
Hold on a second, because if Michael Jackson is still alive, get that guy in front of a crowd. I want to see some moonwalk. I want to hear Billie Jean.
He will
I want to
bring
hear
us all
got
together.
me working day and night. Get Michael
Right?
on the
I
stage
want
if he's
another
still
concert. I never. That was one of my biggest regrets is I never saw him in concert.
Mhm.
Never
Yeah,
got to see
yeah.
MJ.
around. I know.
What I do want to go see is the MJ whatever show in New York. Apparently, it's fire. I've heard allegedly. I've heard from other people who've watched it. I don't know. Those people are fucking crazy. Like there's there's one that we showed, the one TikTok that Marcus showed like a few weeks ago. It was wild that it was still when the trucker people were here.
Mhm.
And it was just some dumb woman who was like, God, I wish I could remember what she was saying. She was trying to say that we were that everybody was being she used some made up word to say that we were all being she was like digitalized. She was trying to say that we were all being digitized through our vaccinations. Marcus, remember
Man,
that
I
one
wish.
TikTok?
I wish my vaccine would give me some sort of superpower. I didn't
Where
get shit.
she was like digitalized, and the guy was like, one more time. She's like digitalized. He's like digitalized, and she's like, yeah, digitalized. And he goes, can you define? And she goes,
Please expand on whatever you're trying to say.
She had no idea what she thought.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh my God, these people are so dumb. And the sad thing is, each one of them has the right
To
to
vote.
vote.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, these are longer term issues too, though. I mean, there's been a complete degradation of public education. It's been a 40-year project to really sort of dismantle the public state, and public education is the biggest beneficiary of public dollars in our nation. Other than the military, I would say it's public education has got to be at or near the top of that list. And you've seen just a steady whittling away of education dollars, and what we end up with is schools that can't teach, students who don't want to learn,
Students
and
who don't want to go to school. You know, I mean,
yeah.
And there's no enforcement.
I mean, look, I was a student who didn't want to go to school, but I was in a school where like I couldn't not be there. I had to be there. I had to be doing what I was doing. If I didn't, like, my parents were on top of my shit. And there's too many, there's the way public education is now, it can't reach the students who don't want to be there. And it doesn't take long for the students who don't want to be there to figure out that they don't have to be there. And then pretty soon they're not there. And next thing you know, you're giving an interview where you're telling somebody that Michael Jackson is alive and JFK was, arose from the dead 4 days later as Jesus Christ. I mean,
right?
It's
And
not,
they're
it's not a super tenuous. You can pretty much go from point A to point B on that one.
It's terrifying. It's as a former educator, I just I guess I'm still an educator, but it's terrifying, and you think that, the dumbing down of our society has just become so
idiocracy.
It's terrible, And there's this notion that it's the inner city schools, the public school system is terrible. It's all these inner city schools, DC public.
It's the royal shit.
It's the rural fucking middle America. That is where the crux of our breakdown in education is happening.
Right. There's a reason why California has high taxes, why DC has high taxes, why New York has high taxes, why Illinois has high taxes, because they fund their schools at a better rate than Kansas and Louisiana and Mississippi and
Minnesota,
Texas,
Alabama,
Mississippi, Louisiana, North Carolina. Can you tell I've lived in these places? I can break out the accent. I can break out the accents anytime you want, y'all. Travel to South with me. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you're white.
Yeah, they still didn't like me. I was still a Yankee to them at the end of the day.
I'd have trouble.
Yeah. So basically, if I could sum up this week in the Supreme Court, I would say this: shit is fucked up and bullshit.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think that's where, and bullshit.
And bullshit.
I think that's pretty much where we are. I think those of us who've been watching the court and the entire right-wing legal and political movement for a long time have seen this day coming. They've been telling us. Maya Angelou always said, when people tell you who they are, believe them. They haven't been hiding this.
No,
they're telling it to us. Straight
That's
to
why
our
I don't
face.
know why anyone is surprised by it.
Nobody. I mean, anybody who's surprised, it's
not been
shocking,
fucking paying attention.
It's shocking to read, but exactly, if you were surprised that this was that this was going to happen, exactly, you have not been paying attention.
I mean, the best thing is the SNL skit after the election, and it was Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, and they were around a bunch of their white friends, and the white people kids I can't believe this, and Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock we saw it coming.
Yeah.
It's this is what happens. We're used to this.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Anyway, I mean, it's a bleak and grim. Bleak and grim.
Yo, it's some bleak and cream shit, yo.
Bleak and
glad
grim.
I could come on and keep it light for you guys right out of the chute.
Yeah.
Outlook, it's just.
Love
but
being the Grim Reaper of constitutional and civil rights.
That's why we have you.
I do unfortunately have to run. I actually have a trial tomorrow in which I'm going to try to vindicate somebody else's human rights. So
at least there are a few of you still out there.
Yeah.
Fighting the good fight, Ian.
Fight the power, Puerto Rican.
I'm trying. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, love you.
Thank
Talk to you
you.
soon, bro.
Do I get rid of myself, or are you gonna kick me off?
Oh. Well, there was the answer to that.
What is it?
Oh, nice.
Bye.
Yeah, just get rid of me. That's-
Marcus
What? He's leaving. He's gotta go.
could have at least said bye.
He
Bye-
didn't give a
bye,
shit. He's
Ian.
been on the show enough to know he doesn't. give a
Bye,
shit.
Ian.
That shit was funny. So did you guys see Dave Chappelle get tackled?
Yes. No.
So a lot of things are coming out about that. A lot of people are actually saying that's because of Will Smith. That Will Smith opened the floodgates to attack stand-up comedy or
You
stand-up
think?
comedians. And that being
I don't
said,
think so.
I kind of do think so. But you also did you guys see what Chris Rock said? He came. Chris
I
Rock was on
did.
stage.
No, I did.
Kate, did you see it?
Wait, what are we talking about right now?
Hold on. Let me. let's
So
find
there
out.
was. I mean, just explain.
Go
it,
ahead.
right?
I'll pull a video for it. But go ahead.
So there was like a what was it, Marcus? There was like some.
It was the Hollywood Bowl.
comedian,
Chris
like,
Rock
the
was
Hollywood Bowl. So
'cause
there
the-
were like multiple comedians
Okay.
who were lined up to like do little bits, right?
Yeah.
Chris Rock had
Chris,
just done his. I
Dave
think
Chappelle was doing a Netflix special.
he was
Okay.
doing part of. Yeah, he was his portion of it
Mhm.
was going to be put on one of his specials,
Okay.
allegedly or possibly.
No,
And so
yes,
while-
it was.
It was right, but it wasn't like he wasn't being filmed for. The purpose of the thing wasn't for a Netflix special. It just happened that portion was going to be used for his next, like as part of his next Netflix special, right?
Okay.
So he was doing his bit. He'd barely been up there, and like some dude flew from onto the stage from the audience, and he had a pretend gun that had a knife hidden in it. So he
He
ran
had
up
a knife. Hold on. He had a knife that was like an imitation gun.
didn't I just say that?
Oh, sorry,
I feel like that's
Wow, I said
feel like
he had a
she
pretend gun
definitely
that
just
had a
said
knife.
Hold
hidden
on.
inside of it.
To be fair, I was downloading that video, so I wasn't.
Okay. Do you have video now?
So anyway, he comes on, tackles what's his face, Dave
Mhm.
Chappelle, and it was wacky. I mean, it was really like everyone was at one point. People still thought that it was like part of the thing.
Yeah.
And then Chris Rock comes on and he's like, "Was that Will Smith?"
All right, so here's the video that I was listening to, not Val.
Okay.
Was that Will Smith?
Sorry, that's.
I
funny.
mean, they were making light of it, but like it was like this guy like proper like tackled him, and
Yeah.
he had what they at the time thought was an actual gun. It ended up not being one, but like and then like at the afterwards, like Dave Chappelle then went behind like back. So people were joking around. They would be like, "You don't come up on Dave Chappelle. He's from DC." Like,
I mean,
you don't just like rush up on him
No.
and fucking tackle your ass.
I
so
mean,
then
Dave
they
Chappelle will fight you.
Then they had him the dude backstage, and then Dave Chappelle went backstage and he started like beating the shit out of him.
Oh, he did. I didn't know that. Yep, that's DC as fuck.
And he came back and goes, "I just curb stomped someone backstage." He's like, "I've never done that." He's like, "I've always wanted to do that."
So here's
Wow.
what we should do. We should send Dave Chappelle a shirt and be like, "What you did to that guy was DC as fuck."
We should. I mean, allegedly,
Get your boy
Wood
Wood.
said he would get it.
Get your
Get
boy
it
Wood
to
on
him.
it. Get your
That's
boy
what
Wood
Wood
on it.
said. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't believe that Will Smith opened up the floodgates for that, because that was I feel like that was a pretty isolated incident. I mean, that situation was like Will Smith was like, one of the guests of like a very controlled environment. Like,
Mhm.
not everybody, like they don't have like regular people showing up to the Oscars.
Yeah.
So
But
like,
he still showed how there was no security, though. Like somebody should have stopped fucking for.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, like who would have thought that that's what he was planning on doing, right? I mean, he just walked up the stage like very nonchalantly, and like even Chris Rock thought it was like
he didn't get away
he
or anything.
I bet you next year there won't be no fucking walk out to goddamn stage.
They're not gonna allow anybody to come on stage now.
They're gonna have Terry Crews as a bouncer,
right?
Do you want to know how I really feel about all that?
Yes, Caitlin.
They're so fucking rich. I don't care.
Right?
They're
all like rich
they're
people
so rich. They're so rich. They're gonna be fine.
Oh,
they're all gonna be fine. Wow.
That's
that's
fucked up.
That's so bad.
You'll say it again.
Don't make fun of people with alopecia.
Yeah.
I don't give. What the fucking shave your head?
So I always thought, in my mind, alopecia was when people like actually like pulled out their hair, like it was like a condition.
Maybe
where they
that's
would, like pull out their hair, but I don't think it is.
It's not. No,
but like, so that we had a little girl at one of my schools who used to like play with her hair at nap time. Like she would just like, it was just a nervous tick that she had, and to the point where she ended up having like bald spots on her head because she was like nervously pulling her hair all the time. And so during nap time, we had to put a little handkerchief on her, like a scarf on her head, so she wouldn't pull her hair out.
Oh,
cute though.
But that's what I always equated with, like associated with alopecia.
Yeah,
like
which
people
it's not. Yeah,
like nervously pulling their hair out. Apparently, that's not it.
It's not. No.
Anyway, so did everybody see about the did you look on the show notes, Marcus, about the fox that like came on? Well, you're the zoo person here.
Yeah,
you're a resident zoo person. What happened?
Listen. Okay, I've seen a lot of comments about this. I have a lot to say about this online. Like a lot of blame being thrown around. Okay, so anybody who doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about, a fox got into the flamingo exhibit at the National Zoo, killed 26 birds, 25 flamingos, and 1 duck.
That duck.
Oh, that duck!
The 1 duck.
Oh my god, duck!
So
guess what? Guess the flamingos didn't duck.
So anyway, so the keeper. The keeper, one of the keepers came in and found, all of these dead birds. Which, by the way, like it's if you're somebody who takes care of those animals, a lot of people don't understand that even with birds, you can get they're individual animals. They can get very attached. I feel so terrible for all of the people that work there that came in and are having to deal with that. Like it's a huge loss. 26 animals is a huge loss, you know. So it's really, really hard for them. But one of the keepers came in, saw the fox in the exhibit, and there was a softball size hole in the mesh that's how the fox got in. How like I'm sure everyone has heard the like foxes are clever thing. They're like smart predators. They're gonna do what they can do to get in.
But also, why would a fox need to kill?
So that's what I'm getting to. So okay. A lot of people have said, like, well, why would the fox kill that many? Like, that's not normal. Like, because it wouldn't only kill what it has to eat. It's a fucking fox. It's just like a cat. Like, if you put a cat in a room with 100 birds, that motherfucker is just gonna go around killing as many birds as it possibly can because their instinct.
It's an animal.
Well, it's their instinct as a predator is to kill. Like the fox is just doing what
animals do, or foxes
what
do.
Animals, well, predators. They're predators, and like the cats are cute, foxes are cute, like whatever. They're still
they need motherfuckers, dude.
I mean, well, they're still literally programmed to kill things. So like that fox went into an enclosure where these birds that could normally in the wild get away could not get away. So the fox is just overwhelmed with this, like, I have to kill it, I have to kill it, I have to kill it.
He's like in a buffet.
Over and over and over. Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's not the fox's fault. And they have not had anything like this happen. Like that enclosure has been, I think they said since the 1970s, nothing has like, it's been like that. Like there's been no break-ins from predators or anything. So very out of the norm, definitely not the keeper's fault. The Smithsonian, they've actually been renovating the birdhouse and making it even better than what it was. So it's just one of those like freak accidents that happens.
yeah.
But, like, you can't blame the keepers. You can't blame the fox. Can't blame the fucking flamingos. Like, they can't go anywhere, you know? So like, it's
Right.
just a really shitty situation. And I've seen like a lot of takes
Stupid
on
people.
it. Yeah, from people that don't understand. They're like, it makes no sense that a fox would do this. I'm like, you're the same people
You're dumb.
that don't well, they're the same people that don't understand that like your outdoor cat is going around just like killing shit constantly.
So
Because
I always
they do.
sorry. I always like this one. People get mad at their dogs for like shitting here and eating their shoes. I'm like, it's a fucking dog.
Dog, exactly.
wolf.
Like,
This is what it's gonna do.
yeah,
Like,
like don't.
How are you mad at that? Like, and the same thing
Yeah.
about cats. It's a fucking cat. It's gonna piss
Yeah,
on
they're-
things.
Yeah, and they're gonna kill everything that they can get.
They're gonna
Everything.
bring you a bird. They're gonna bring you a mouse and be like, here, I killed this.
And the bird or the mouse that they bring you is just like a small little sampling of what they're
Yeah.
actually killing. They're actually out there killing. Like, cats are cute. You guys know I love cats. I have cats. They're
Too many.
murderous bastards. Like, they will kill everything. And a fox is very similar. Like, all predators are like that. If they're,
Right.
you know, they can't help it.
Okay, if we let Sonic out, that bitch would be killing.
Oh my
things
God.
all
Salem?
along.
My cat Salem, he would kill so much shit, man. Like, constantly.
So it's like when I got my lip bit off by a dog, people were like, are you mad you put the dog in? I'm like, no.
No, it's a dog.
It's my fault. The dog
Yeah.
he was a dog did what a dog does.
Exactly.
It
thought
was
he was
also
threatened.
the fault of the owner.
Of the owner, yes.
True, I would say that, but
Exactly.
like at the end of the day, I'm not mad at the dog because I put my
No, of
face-
course not.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got bitten by a dog before. I actually have scars on my arm from the only dog that ever bit me hard like that to leave scars was a German Shepherd. Guess what my favorite breed of dog is?
German
Fucking
Shepherd.
German Shepherds.
well, you're lucky as fuck because I grew up in a neighborhood that had a lot of dogs and I got bit a lot because I'm really fast because I had to run from dogs my whole childhood. and shit. But I also know dogs are dogs. I know I'm going to get
Yeah.
bit if they're uncomfortable, they're going to fucking chase me. You know, so yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
People just don't understand. Like, it's just the classic. People don't understand animals. They don't understand
It's
animal
because you
instincts or their
domesticalize-
behavior.
Yeah, domesticalization doesn't
Domestication.
domestication. Sorry.
Domestication.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Yeah, that shit just. I mean, like my sister-in-law has birds.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers will fly away from you. She doesn't take them outside because she knows better.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna fly.
Yeah. It's sad what happened to the flamingos, but it's not. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel really bad for the keepers who work with them and lost
Right.
those animals.
I mean, because
That's
you know how
really
they
shitty.
feel.
Yeah. It's terrible. So like, it's just like, it sucks that there's so many people in DC going on the fucking comments and be like, man, they should have done this, and that fox wouldn't do that. And I'm like, how you don't fucking know what you're talking about?
And
Like,
JFK
take a
is president.
seat. Yeah, it's just a goddamn seat. Like,
So, funny story about flamingos. So, when I lived in North Carolina, there's like 3 or 4 different houses. You know the
Mhm.
little fake, the fake pink flamingos people put in yards.
yes.
So there's like 3 or 4 houses. I would say 4 houses that we would all. I mean, now we were young 20s, so we do a lot of drugs. We get drunk, and we would go to each other's houses party. But we would steal the flamingos from each other, and you would never know till like a week later when you went to the
It's a
other
great
person's house.
southern This is a great southern pastime.
It
Stealing
is a very
flamingos.
yeah, see, it's such
I
a
know.
very-
Yeah.
So we would steal it. And you wouldn't know till you went to the other person's house. Like, fuck, you stole my flamingo. And then you steal it. And then another house is still like, fuck. So it went on for like, this went on for like 3 years. And we just constantly just stole it from each other. Like we would move to new houses and still keep stealing from each other. Like even when we'd hang out, we would just go there and do like drive-by stealings of the flamingo.
Flamingos.
And then, like I said, this was a great game. It went on for like 3 years. And still friends with all these people.
Mhm.
So every time I'm like in DC, I jog and shit around my neighborhoods, and I see flamingos. I'm like, God damn, I want to steal this fucking flamingos, and just like leave a note and be like, here's my address. I saw your flamingo. Please steal it back so I can steal it back from me.
See, that's your natural instinct. Your natural instinct is to steal the flamingos. It totally makes
Yeah.
sense. It doesn't make any sense from like, a logical standpoint, but that is your
No.
instinct to
Because
steal
I was
those
trained at a
flamingos.
young age to steal flamingos.
Exactly. So yeah, see,
I want the flamingo.
Instinct.
yeah, it's an instinct.
Training.
Exactly, just your basic nature.
Correct or not? That's my basic instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about going back to like this whole thing with the potential for women's rights and other civil liberties to be taken away from us.
Take it away, Val.
As we know, and Caitlin knows, well, maybe not everybody knows, but Caitlin knows that we are not huge fans of Brienne Nadeau. Don't really like her. She's the council member for Ward 1.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah, just a little.
But she did, I think she is a little cunty as fuck. But she did, in light of what's been happening, she proposed this new bill to stop people in the district from outing abortion seekers or other, and it provides protections for other, other situations like with gay and trans people. And so I am hoping, as much as I don't like her, I hope that this bill gets passed, and so this was a new bill. So this is on, this is from the WUSA 9 website. Friday, she proposed this new bill at the council. There are 9 other co-sponsors from the council. And how many council members are there?
I don't know.
So I don't know who didn't co-sponsor this.
I don't know.
I mean, I think there are 13 of them.
Okay, I was gonna say 9. Totally wrong.
I was gonna say 9 too.
For some reason, I remember it was like 9
because she's 1 and then 9 other.
Yeah.
council
So
members. I
no,
believe
we're
there are
wrong.
13.
That's
So
sometimes people we don't like do things that we like.
right. So she's hoping to get. They're hoping to get ahead of the possible outcomes with this new, this potential. The bill is called the Human Rights Sanctuary Amendment Act of 2022. Hopefully it will be. She says, today I'm introducing legislation to further protect those seeking abortions and other essential civil liberties. DC must be a safe haven for trans youth, LGBTQ plus people who need to preserve their families, and all people who need reproductive freedom. So supposedly this bill would amend the Human Rights Act of 1977 that to prevent the district from supporting interstate investigations, which could potentially come to pass, if someone were to come from a state that it was illegal and they come here for an abortion per this old bill or act of 1977, the district would have to participate in any sort of investigations. So now what she's proposing is that it would protect those rights and they wouldn't have to partake in that. So hopefully this goes through.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's important. I think DC, I think as the nation's capital, we should be in the forefront of fighting for everyone's right.
We should,
right.
But we're also at risk because we're not a state.
Yeah. So exactly. So it's important. I think the council is pretty liberal, and I think the council has been very clear about where they stand on the situation. A lot of the council members have been out protesting with other people in front of the Supreme Court building, and so
right on.
Yeah. So my bae, Phil Mendelson, has been out there almost every day.
He's fighting the good fight.
Your bae is trying to. All right. Val, call to action, please.
Call to action. Hold, please. Please find us, if you will, on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits. Is it just the District of Misfits Show? You can also find us on YouTube, the District of Misfits Show. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Watch.
Yes, watch. So you can watch all our previous shows, including shows from when we were the DC as Fuck show.
Which, if you watch it now, when it's free, because eventually soon we're getting ready to monetize those into subscriptions.
Paid subscription.
YouTube's making me do that, so it's not my fault.
Yes, so watch it now while you can, and see the absolute debauchery of the DC as Fuck show.
It was fun times.
Yeah, you were on a DC as Fuck show.
I was, yeah, way back in the day. Oh my God, those are the before times.
Right?
I think I called you my little sister. I called you my little sister 345 times, maybe.
Something, I don't know, something like that. Yeah,
it was something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then we got oysters at somewhere.
Oh
It was
yeah,
at Hamilton, right?
yeah. Oh
No,
what? No. Old Ebbet, right?
Old Ebbet.
Yeah,
for,
right.
like,
Yeah,
late night happy hour.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
So-
I had a concussion and I still remember that shit. Didn't I was get a fight with somebody? Oh, somebody stole our seat or some shit that night.
Could have been.
That sounds
I remember that.
sounds like something that would happen. I'm not really. I don't know.
Absolutely.
There's a lot going on.
All right, Twitch.
Twitch, District of Misfits. We love our Twitch viewers. If you would like to support us by buying some of our merchandise, please go on to crushingdc.com. You can find lots of different things: Crushing apparel, Crushing DC, the District of Misfits,
And
DC
we do
as
have
Fuck.
we have a lot of things coming now. We're just gonna be keep overloading that, man. We got a lot of shit coming. Got a lot
Yes.
of things coming in the fucking barrel in the next couple months.
Marcus, I sent you some pictures of the Pinoy stuff. Did you get those?
You mean this thing?
Yes.
Nice.
So Pinay as Puck, because the Filipinos actually don't have an F in their alphabet, so it's always a little bit of
I like how you put the shirt on a white person.
that's what it came as, Marcus.
You could at least do the brown person.
Marcus, that's what it came as the mock-up. So
Come on, girl.
I was hoping that you wouldn't even make an issue of it because that's how it came.
And yet he did.
But then you had to be an asshole about it. And then we
I'm just
also
sticking up for your
have
people and shit.
Pinoy AF as well. For those of you who don't even like the puck on it. I don't know. My family's weird. So please buy some of our things. We also have lots of different stuff. We have some throwback Crushing apparel things, like Marcus's hat, also his shirt. And if you would like to create your own podcast or amplify your voice, or if you'd like to be a guest on our show, please email us at district.facestudio@gmail.com.
And yeah, I got a couple spots left. Not many. I got like 2 spots left. So get it in.
Get it in, bitches. Get it in.
So yeah, like I was saying to you earlier, Caitlin, Crystal is actually going to do a podcast.
I love
Government.
Crystal. I love Crystal.
It's going to be called Topless Government.
Oh, really? Okay, you gotta have me on that. I love her. She when I worked at Beer Garden House, she came there all the time. That's how I met her. She's awesome. She's awesome.
She's definitely a huge fan of you. Definitely.
Oh, she's so great.
Hey Val, do me a favor. Undo your avatar.
Like remove it?
No, no,
Like,
just
you do it?
leave up your background.
I'm like about to.
Just redo your fucking cam, girl. There you go. There you
Held
go.
it for as long as
I'm so proud of you, Val.
as long as I could.
Oh, you didn't trip over the wires. Look at you.
Try.
There's a lot of wires.
I mean, I'm rewiring the studio. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So what else is there? You got some cats on the run. What's going on?
Just fostering. My fosters went to their new homes recently.
Don't look at me. Look at the TV. Look at the
I don't look.
It's the first time in the studio without telling me it's the first time. in the
Hey,
studio.
it's my first time in this studio for sure.
True.
No, but my fosters just recently went to their new homes. I foster for the kitten college,
You
the
just sent me
animal.
new pictures of these kittens.
They're on my. I have a kitten account, Kittens of DC.
Oh, Jesus, let me go find it. So on
Kittens.
Instagram?
It's on Instagram. Yeah, Kittens of DC. Yeah. So I foster for the Animal Welfare League of Arlington. So they have a kitten college. If anybody wants to foster kittens,
The kitten
they
college?
yeah, it's called the Kitten College. We take kittens from all over the country. It's really, really cool. And so mine just went to their new home, so I should be getting some more soon.
Does that make you sad?
No, actually, okay. So if you ever come across fosters, one thing that you should not actually really say to them is, "Oh, I could never give up the kittens. I don't know how you do that job. I don't know how you give those kittens up." Because it actually, I feel like it takes like we're more loving because we let them go.
So wait, it's Kittens of DC?
Kittens of DC.
Sorry, continue.
But yeah, like it takes like a lot. It is hard to let them go, but like it's us showing our love that we give them to like another family that's going to give them more attention and stuff like that, than we could.
It definitely makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like, some people are like, "Oh, I could never give them up," and I'm like, "Well, then that says something about you."
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can give that up. I can fuck with that. All right, so I'm gonna pull up your Instagram right now.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, look at these little fucks.
I know, they're so cute.
All right, tell us. Talk to me.
About what? The kittens?
Give us the names. We need names and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, that gray one is a Rue.
No, listen, dude, you got like 5 grays showing right there.
Okay, I don't look. Okay.
So the gray one, like reaching for Jesus.
Oh, that I was playing with him. That's Rue.
All right, so you can see the ones I'm touching, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this was Rue.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's Rue, and then
Is
the
this
next
also
picture is
Rue?
also Rue. Yes, those two.
You
Yes.
still Rue?
Yeah, that's Noel right there. That's Noel.
This bitch looks like it's on acid. This cat is definitely on acid. What did your husband get to this cat?
Not I don't know what you're talking about. Look, so all these kittens have been adopted, all of them.
Aww.
I know, yeah, but I'm gonna get some new ones. Like if you scroll up, go up.
Scroll up.
Yeah, to my like bio.
Okay, cool.
Keep going. Okay, so you see how it says like fostering for kitten college AWLA? The first line.
Should I hit that?
Yes, hit that. Hit that kitten college, right? There you go. So this is who I foster for. So if people go to this account and they follow that one, that account.
This picture's adorable.
I know. So this account is the shelter's account. They tag all the other fosters. So you can follow all of them.
Murderous animals.
Yes. Oh well, 100%. Yes. They will kill shit if they can. But they are only adopted out to indoor homes, so they don't do that.
Oh, look at that little one. He's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one with the blue eyes.
That's Rue. That's
Rue?
mine.
Rue?
That's mine when he was littler.
Such a cute little bitch.
Yeah,
it's so cute. Oh, who put the fucking hat on this person?
Caitlin, you've kept more.
Oh, there's a foster that does that. She does that when they like as they get older, she puts little hats on them. It's really cute.
That cat's like 2 days old.
Older than 2 days. But yeah, there's people should just follow that account, and then you can follow all the other fosters from that account.
These cats. See, I used to be a cat person because
you have another one, or Rue? You've had Rue.
Oh, Rue just left me. He went to his new home.
Oh.
So I don't have any right now, as of like 2 days ago.
I thought you meant like you kept.
No,
No.
But
yeah, your fosters are cute as fuck.
Yeah,
they are. There's the Sonic lookalike.
Yeah, that's Rue. That one. So you know that orange fluffy fuck right there. That one?
That little ginger?
That's my best friend Kalani's cat now. She adopted him.
Nice.
I like the one with the little like toupee on his head.
No. All right.
Anyway, cat talk. I'm always here for it. Always.
All right. I'm going to step away. We got a comment.
What's the comment?
Yay.
Oh, yay.
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 All right, Val, keep the ball rolling.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was in the bathroom earlier. What were you guys talking about?
We were talking about cats.
Cats. Okay, so then we can talk about other things.
Yes.
Since you've been on the show last, because it's been a little bit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What are you getting into now? You're like full-time school again? Or no?
Not yet. School starts actually at the end of this month.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be half-time for the rest of my life.
Uh-huh.
Because I just can't go full-time again. And I'm doing Uber Eats.
Mhm.
I stopped bartending again.
Okay.
You know how it always happens. You stop bartending and then you get
And
pulled
then
back into bartending and then you say you're not going to do it again, then you do it again.
Pulled
Anyway.
right back in.
I know, yeah. So I'm trying to fight it. I'm like, no, don't do it, because I actually really like Uber Eats because I can do whatever I want. It's cool.
You were doing it before, though,
No,
right?
I've done, yeah. So I've been a delivery driver off and on since I was 14 years old.
Right.
Or not? No, you can't drive at 14.
I was like, really?
Since I was
wow, things are very different in Alabama.
Okay, so I did drive when I was 14 in Alabama illegally, but I was legally a delivery driver from 17, I think is when I started.
Okay.
Off and on. But yeah, it's been good,
Uh-huh.
And then just every single time I turn on the news, I'm like, oh, wow, fuck all of this. And then I just go back to try to ignore it.
I know.
And get by,
Hard. But so are you gonna be doing any? I know that when you were in school, you were just with the foxes. First of all, you just ran like a what? What did you run?
Ran a marathon.
Oh, you
ran
did
a
27
marathon.
26.2.
miles.
Yes.
It was
okay.
in the Bronx, right?
No. So
in
what
New
I
York?
did was my marathon was here in DC last Sunday. It was the Potomac River Run Marathon. I ran the day before on Saturday. This is probably, looking back on it, not like the smartest decision.
No, not at all.
I got up at like 2:00 in the morning to drive to fucking the Bronx to run a 5K that started at like 8 a.m. at the Bronx Zoo, which is really cool. It was really fun. And it was an awesome experience. There's a lot of cool animals there.
And then also the irony is that you were like hanging out with some foxes, weren't you?
Fennec foxes, yes, yes, little desert bitches. They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah. If anybody look up Fennec fox, FENNEC fox.
Or go on Caitlin's Facebook page and you'll see some.
Yeah, they're really cute. So we got to meet those, and then we went out to eat in Manhattan, and then I drove back. I didn't get back to DC till like 1:00 in the morning, and then I had to get up at 6:00 in the morning and go run 26.2 miles.
You crazy?
It was crazy. It was very. Next time I run a marathon, I'm not going to do shit the day before.
You're not supposed to.
No, you're really not supposed to. But I wanted to go to that little race. It was fun. And my parents, I took my moms with me to the Bronx into Manhattan. They had not been to New York City since the 1980s. Yeah, there's a little Fennec. Look
so
how cute it is. Okay,
big ass ears.
But just so everyone knows, if you're looking at this and you think, oh my god, I want one, no, you fucking do not. They make very bad pets. Very bad.
In general,
they eat shit. They rip shit up.
They piss on everything. They dig everything. They are wild animals. Do not try to get one, as cute as it is. But anyway, but yeah, so my parents had not been to New York since the 1980s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was cool for them to see how.
I haven't been there in like, oh no, we went there 2 years ago. Never mind.
Yeah, see, it says it's changed so much. But like, think about how much it's changed from the 1980s. It's a lot.
Oh no, I was gonna say I haven't been there 20 years, but I forgot to be in Val when they're like 2 years.
You were just
like 2 years ago.
But yeah, so yeah, I ran a lot, and it was it was something.
It's a lot of running, Caitlin.
It was a lot of running.
Good for you. Wait, so was it raining when you went up there? No.
No, actually, the weather was really nice.
Huh.
Yeah, it rained at the end of my marathon the next day on Sunday in DC, but I was so tired because it was the end of the race that when it started raining, I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is cooling me down a little bit." So I was actually happy about it. So we went down.
That's nice.
Yeah, it rained like a fucking bitch here on Friday and
Oh, I've
Saturday.
been so sleepy all weekend because of the rain.
It rained so much that the flood walls went up down by the river.
Ooh.
Down by the
They-
river.
They went up on a Saturday afternoon. So I don't know how long. For all I know, on Tuesday when I work again, like those fucking bitches. There's
Yeah,
one of your
that's
pictures.
okay. That's my picture. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That fox is like, what the fuck are these people doing? in
So
front of me?"
cute, so cute. Well, they were running around like playing and stuff. It was very cute.
Yeah. So I don't even, because usually they won't take them back down until 48 hours after the rain stops, because like the surge from the river, like if it like comes down.
What, the soda?
Surge, I said. Did you say the soda?
No, surge soda.
My screen is gone.
Your screen's gone.
Yeah,
Just hit it a little bit.
I did.
No, I'll be right. I'll be right there. Keep talking.
Okay.
I
know what happened.
Okay.
So yeah, so they put up the walls on Saturday afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
and then I forgot that this happened. Bye, Caitlin. now it's just me. Hello, everybody.
I'm still here in spirit.
So yeah, they put up the walls in the, I don't know if we talked about this before on the show, but it's a pain in the ass because they have to manually pull up each wall one by one.
Mhm.
So they did that on Saturday, and like on Friday, Tony and Joe started like pulling down all like the tables from the patio, and like no one had really given us the green light to do that shit at Nick's. And so we're all sitting there watching them, and I was like, I don't know about you all, but I'm the bartender behind the bar inside, and I don't need to be going outside and getting all those tables.
You're like, yeah, it's not my problem.
I was like, that's all up to you, servers. So there were these two new guys, these poor sad saps who just started working there like within the past 3 weeks, and they were the ones who had to go and pull all the tables from the patio and bring them, because you have to, whatever's on the boardwalk, you have to pull all those things off of there, because when the walls come up, then you'd be sad if it flooded and then all your tables and chairs went away.
Yes.
So like I said, we're not sure. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if those walls are still going to be up on Tuesday when I have to work.
Oh, welcome back.
Should I mute it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mute it.
Look at me go. I got it.
All right. So we're all from the 80s and 90s kids.
What? I'm a 70s kid.
Oh, you know what I mean. Shut the fuck up. So, I have Mad Dog here with me tonight. So,
Oh boy.
cheers to this.
Cheers.
Still alive. I'm still alive.
I named my
still
dog
alive.
after Cisco.
I'm still alive.
Thunderbird. Oh yeah,
I'm
baby.
still alive.
So I actually named one of my dogs after Cisco.
Did you?
So like this. Hold up. Yeah, this
Cisco, yeah.
Cisco. Let me go back a bit. Where is it? Yeah, I named my dog after this. and on his like thing, his birth certificate, it says that thing.
Cisco.
Nice.
Yeah. Good old Cisco.
I was a huge fan of the Boone's Farm. Oh my god, I used to drink the
Yeah,
shit out of that.
Boone's Farm. Yeah.
Do
Good.
they
Good.
even make Boone's Farm still? I mean, that's my
They do.
Well, I have not had it in a long time.
that is something definitely.
I think we should find some Boone's Farm.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Drink it on the show.
So Boone's Farm on the show. Yeah, I can fuck
Yeah.
with
Definitely.
that. Definitely fuck with that.
Thunderbird, and then also what was the other one? Wild Irish Rose.
Wild Irish Rose.
Yeah.
That's Marcus's stripper name.
Stripper name.
Really?
Yeah, Dior named me that. Dior Ashley Brown named me Wild Irish Rose.
Oh, Mad Dog.
All right.
I had this friend in high school who we used to call him Mad Dog because he got so fucked up one time. He was like, we were at Constitution Hall. We were watching a show, and he was running up and down, like out like in the hallway. He was running up and down, going, "Mad Dog, Mad Dog." And so that was his nickname.
Nice.
Kevin Miller is his name. We're friends
Well,
on
I mean, with
Facebook.
a
Calling
name
him
like
out.
with a name like Kevin Miller, you kind of gotta go with Mad Dog. I mean,
Right. So he became Mad Dog for a while.
Nice.
that's a bitch name. You're like, you can't ride with that name, dude.
I loved him. He was awesome. He was a little sweet on me for a little bit in high school.
Did you bang it out?
No, I said he was
Why?
a little bit sweet on me.
He was sweet. You should throw him a bone.
I should have. I wasn't like that. I was so when I was in high school, I was so naive and like so clueless about guys. I was just like, oh, he's a nice guy. He's my friend.
Yeah, I can definitely see you being clueless when it comes to
Like I just was like such a dope. And then like when we were out of college already, like one of my girlfriends was like, Val, like all these guys had crushes on you. And I was like, no, they didn't. I was like, what are you talking about?
No.
And then this one guy was like, yeah, we did. I was like, well, I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know. I mean, joke's on me. They're all married with kids, and I'm still single.
But so you
Probably having more fun.
then you locked the fuck out. You won that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Fuck that shit.
that might be a good thing.
Like, I wish I fucking copied this meme this week, but it was like somehow somebody who has kids was like bragging about kids. Like, oh, I'm so sorry about bragging about.
Oh
my
no,
kids.
yeah, your life sounds terrible.
he's
That
like,
one.
"Nah,
Yeah.
Your life sounds fucking horrible, dude. I'm cool.
He's like, no, it wasn't. It was like I'm about to have my like third or fourth kid.
Third or fourth, yeah.
And like the other person's like, oh, that your life sounds
sucks.
terrible. Thank you for making me feel better about my decisions.
Oh, shit.
I also, so like, full disclosure, I'm gonna be 50 in a month.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, you old girl.
I know I'm an old fucking bitch.
Good thing you're
Caitlin, I'm also
Asian,
gonna
'cause
have
you-
a birthday
good thing you're
party.
Asian
Oh,
and
yeah?
recorded.
I'm gonna cut my hair if you'd like to join and cut your hair. along
Oh,
with
I'm
me.
never gonna cut my hair, but thank you for the info. I
Oh,
can't.
I'm trying to get-
I can't.
I'm trying to get other people to donate their hair.
can't- I don't-
My
I just
shower
can't.
will forever be hairless again. Thank God.
I don't know.
Marcus.
You know, my birthday was on Friday. I just turned 32.
No.
Oh, happy
How old?
birthday, Caitlin.
Thank you, 32.
You
She's a
young.
babe.
I don't
Babe.
feel like a baby.
Anyway,
because-
so what I
because-
was saying is that,
Fuck you, Caitlin.
you know, yeah, fuck you, Caitlin.
Fuck your
So
birthday, Caitlin. We don't give a shit. Let's talk about my hair. Move right on.
I look and this I'm not trying to disparage my peers, but like
There you are.
I look at
As you go on to disparage your
no,
peers.
I do look at some of my like
No
classmates from
disrespect, but
like some of my classmates from college and even some of my I just was last weekend I was with a bunch of my friends from elementary school
Mhm.
and like for sure like some of my friends who are married with kids look a little bit older than I do. Like, and I'm convinced it's because they have the stress of children.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I don't have it. We've talked about this before.
absolutely.
Like, I don't have a single. I'm gonna
You're getting
jinx
knocked on
myself,
shit right now.
but like, I don't have a single gray hair.
I do have two. I have two.
I've found in my lifetime
Mhm.
2 of them.
Okay, but
One was like sticking out here and it was really short and I just like plucked it and never came back. Then there was another one that's like stuck straight out here. It was kind of short also.
a lot of the friends though that look older are they white.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a thing.
Well, that's
though.
also a thing.
like not
right?
having
So,
Asian
like,
Asian genetics keep you young.
yes. I mean,
They do.
listen, Asian don't
don't
raisin and black don't crack.
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
That's
Yes.
true.
Granted.
White
yes.
people age a
Differently.
lot faster.
Okay, so Caitlin, I'm 43, no
Yeah.
kids. I know
Okay.
I'm 43. I know. My only white is like right here. That's it. Nothing up here. Nothing here. So my brother hates me because he's fucking white as shit. My brother looks like Colonel Sanders.
His brother is like full, like not even. It's more salt than pepper, and he's
And,
only what?
dude,
He's
we're all-
5 years older than you, right?
He's 5 years older than me. He's been white since 35.
He's literally-
I'm
he's only-
43. I'm
He's only a year
43 and
younger
I have
than me,
Just
and
like
I'm
OT has fucking white hair. That's it. That's it.
I think it's because we don't have kids.
I mean,
know
that
it's because
definitely
we don't have
probably
fucking
definitely
goddamn
helps. Yeah.
It's
100%.
because we're pasteurized by this booze we drink, and we don't have kids.
That's also it.
Yes.
Because I talk about it all the time. Like I remember, and it can't be like 100% genetics about how how I don't
no.
have white hair because, you know,
Oh,
I
hold on.
remember.
Hey, Val, hold on.
Yeah. I remember as a child, my aunts and my mom, they used to pay us a nickel for every white hair that we'd pluck out of their head. And I would make like a good amount of money. And they were only like, you know, mid-30s at the time.
I mean, I definitely have 2. Like,
But they had-
that's it though. Like, I
But
could
there's like
see this. There
49
they
of
are.
you kids. There's like 49 of you kids running around those houses.
No.
I've seen the
I
family pictures you showed
mean,
me. There's a lot of fucking
At
kids.
the time, it would just be like, you know, me and my 2 or 3 cousins. Like we'd be like plucking out hair.
Shit.
I mean, I'm talking about like
parent.
whenever they would get us to like pull the hair out. It was only
I
like
just
2
meant
or
there's
3
a
at
lot
a time.
y'all to this-
There is a lot of us. I mean, in all
you're Filipino.
in all
there's a
fairness,
lot of you.
there are a lot of us, and we all roll around together. P.S. about the Filipinos. So Joe Coy, he has this new movie out. It's gonna be, I don't know when it's coming out, next year sometime. It's called Easter Sunday, and it's about like
shit.
It's just like one day, like sort of modeled after the Friday, you know, where it's all happens in one day, and it's just like all kinds of shit. I just watched a commercial, like the trailer the other day. I was dying. I was laughing so hard.
As
I
a
was like,
white person that lives with a Filipino, I can guarantee that's gonna be funny as fuck.
you know, like infighting. So I was lucky that like I can't say there was no infighting among our family, but like most of the infighting was like behind closed doors. Like we, like as the kids, we didn't know about it. You know, it was always like it always manifested in our families as like all of a sudden we weren't hanging out anymore. Like all of a sudden we wouldn't see like this family and they wouldn't be coming for the holidays. And I always be like, why? And my mom would just be like, you don't talk about it. so like that was our family. Like you didn't talk about shit, right? Like everything was like behind closed doors. On my other side of the family, so this was my dad's sister's husband's family. Holy fuck, they would be fighting all the time, and they were huge. My uncle's family, I think they had 9 kids, and they were just constantly. They had at every family reunion, there's always some sort of like, you know, some drama, some conflict. Like they didn't like that one of my cousins like had married a white girl, and so they would talk shit about her to her face. And like it was crazy. And I was just like, God damn, Filipino families are so crazy. Luckily, like I said, ours were like always hidden from the children.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of families, if me and my dad had YouTube, this would be me and my dad doing YouTube together.
Oh no.
Scared, Dad?
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
That's good. That's a good one.
I could see you in your dad.
That would be us. Dickhead.
Yes, it would be.
All right. So we all like peanut butter and jelly, right? Or peanut butter cups.
Both are very different, but I like both the same.
Yes.
White people from Boston.
Let's make some peanut butter cups.
Oh no!
Ew, no! Were there beans in that?
That's why it's called peanut butter.
No. No.
Boo's
Val.
working tonight, that bitch.
I would not put your fucking text up because of that. All right. You all saw the Mike Tyson shit, right? Where somebody was annoying him and he punched him on the airplane.
Oh, yeah. On the plane, right?
There's the guy explaining it.
Fool who was messing with Mike Tyson on an airplane. Now, first and foremost, when I first heard that Mike Tyson got into a fist fight on an airplane, the first thought that came through my mind was Spirit Airlines. There goes Spirit. I was like, he must be the new spokesperson.
Because of yes. 'Cause yes.
For Spirit. I don't know what's going on. Is he the new air marshal? Mike Tyson showed the most constraint and restraint that I've seen Mike Tyson ever show in his entire career.
He could have killed that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how I know? Because this other dude is still alive. That's how I know.
Mike Tyson bit somebody's ear off on TV live.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I was watching.
There should be no way you would be able to identify me other than my dental records. That's it. That's the only way you should be able to identify me. The fact that he did not evaporate speaks volumes. Mike Tyson, his presence of mind. Okay, Mike Tyson deserves the Nobel Peace Prize for how he allowed that young man to live.
P.S. That guy is do you remember Ginger Fire's girl for a little bit? Her name was Kara. He dated her for a little while. She's from like a small town in the South. She grew up with that guy.
Really?
Yeah, so she was like, I think that speaks volumes as to the place where I grew up.
Yeah.
She was like, that's where I came from. That's why I left.
Wow.
But yeah, she like grew up with that guy. She was like,
crazy.
I know him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Small world, I
Small
guess.
world, yeah.
That's what they
Fuck
say.
that guy.
All right, so while we're nearing to the end of the show, if this, I don't really agree with this. It was like if songs were created today from old songs from our time. I don't agree, but I just like hearing this song in acapella.
6'9", damn you fine. No, but she can suck it to me one more time. Get a low, get a low, get a low, get a low to the window. Till sweat drips down my back. Till all these bitches call. Till all ski motherfucker. Till all ski.
Oh, great. That's great.
That was really good. So I like
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Did I ever tell y'all about when there was one year when I was teaching?
You skated everywhere?
No, motherfucker. No. So I was working. I was working at this. I was working at this private school teaching preschool, but there was a 7th, 8th grade. It was a new program, and they weren't able to, in their schedule by law. They need to have some sort of athletic, like gym or PE, but they weren't able to work it into their daily schedule, so they had to have afternoon exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So they discovered that some of these gals were not athletically inclined. So they needed to have something else and a different option for them. So they asked me and my friend Katie if we would do dance, if we would teach dance to these kids. These were not, they were not cream of the crop, these kids. and
Putting it nicely.
And like I worked with 3 and 4 year olds, 4 and 5 year olds, and not once did I ever say to my young children, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Not once. And like these 7th, 8th graders on the daily, I was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, I don't say that to my little guys. I was like, but really, why are you literally bouncing off the walls? Like they would like throw themselves against the wall. I'd be like, what's the matter with you people? So we tried to we wanted to choreograph these end of program dances like for their show.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to do this one thing where they would have some sort of input into like the music, into each group of them would choreograph like an 8 count, all this stuff. So
hold on, what's the 8 count?
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's a lie. It was a 3 8 count. So they would have to count. They would have to choreograph 3 8 counts of the piece, right? So they would get in groups of 3 and whatever. So we're at the very beginning of the process, and we're like, why don't you each of you give us a couple songs that you suggest that you would like to do the dance to, and we'll decide. And these fucking bitches, it was like that skeet song. I mean, I was like, no, we can't have you dance. I mean, I was like, no. How do you think that we could do this and perform in front of your parents?
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna have.
We ended up having to choose some like little Bow Wow song.
Oh God,
That's trash.
I was like, what is the matter with you girls? Like, what?
Ski motherfucker.
Ski motherfucker. They were like, to the window.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
mean, did they even know did they know the meaning to that song?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
obviously
we all knew
went
the
to
song.
be able to use it regardless.
Yeah.
And then they picked all these other songs that had like curse words in it. I was like, why? You all go to an Episcopal school. Why?
All right, Val, we're going to do a call to action, and we're going to play some more TikToks, and then we're going to get out of here.
Hold, please. Hold on. All right. Call to action, friends. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the District of Misfits Show. On YouTube, also at the District of Misfits Show. Again, please like and subscribe. The more you watch, the more you subscribe, the more you like and share, the more that we are able to monetize, and you would really be helping us out. On Twitch, you can find us on District of Misfits. If you'd like to buy some merchandise and support us, please go on CrushingDC.com. Also, if you would like to be a guest on our show, or if you'd like to create your own podcast and amplify your voice, please email us at districtdogfacestudio@gmail.com. Boom.
Good job, Val. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. What's a lie that you heard from childhood that was bullshit?
I so many. One of them, because the Filipinos are assholes. So one of them would be that if you go to bed with your hair wet, that you would go blind.
Blind?
Go blind.
Oh my
Go
God.
blind.
That's exciting inducing right there. Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Right, isn't it?
I love taking a shower late at night and then getting in bed.
And it wasn't until I was in college
Oh my God.
that I was like, one day I was like,
Actually, I can do this. And
I can actually go to bed with my hair wet and I'm not going to go blind.
Wow.
And then I was like a little bit anxious about it too, because in my mind I was like, what if I do go blind?
You're like, but what if they're right? Yeah, that's
Swift, hey, Swift, hold on. Swift, I sent you a text, you motherfucker. Now you're still fucking dick.
You could have been on the show,
That's the text.
sir.
Caitlin, anything?
what that I was told when I was little. I'm gonna get real dark.
Uh-oh.
Get dark.
Because I love your mom.
Oh, they're so great. But the you can be whoever you want and do whatever you want in life is a fucking lie. If you're poor, that is not goddamn true. You gotta have money or power. Sorry,
or
kids.
connection.
Sorry, kids.
Not wrong with that.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
But this guy has a good one.
Okay.
Is the most outrageous lie that someone has told you?
That crack kills. I've been told my whole childhood that crack kills, and that's a lie. That's a lie. You come to my hood, these crackheads is out here living forever. They crack pies.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong at all.
I mean, that's true.
That's
He
true.
is not wrong. All right. All right. So we had the thing about races of the week. So I'm going to play the races of the week.
Take it off! Take it off! Take it off!
Another satisfying racial moment.
Click at Bilicio in the comments for the full story.
Hold on. Was that an Asian lady?
I think it was actually. I really think it was. I watched that video like 6 times to try to figure out what it was.
Hold on, we need
think
to
it was
watch it
Asian.
again. I think that lady was Asian.
Take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off,
Yeah.
I feel like that was
Yeah, I
an
think
Asian
so.
lady.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Let me get back.
No. Yeah.
I'm
That's-
almost positive that's an Asian lady.
Damn.
That's an Asian.
Let me
eyebrow,
tell
black
you,
face,
man, like
one.
Asians are fucking racist.
No, you know what I want. Yeah.
Asians.
They really are. They're racist. They're racist as fuck. The Filipinos are pretty fucking racist. It's embarrassing. I mean, luckily my family has like seen the light.
You grew up,
Yeah, that's good.
You grew up in Baltimore. You can't be racist.
Oh, they were racist. They were pretty racist.
But hey-
I'm gonna talk about this before. My aunt one time when I was in high school. This is not my aunt who lives with me. This is a different aunt. When I was in high school, she was asking me about like guys, whatever, guys that I like. And I was like, oh, there's this one guy who I liked who happened to be Jewish.
Mhm.
And she goes, I didn't say that to her. And she goes, as long as he's not black or Jewish. And I was like,
You're like, fuck.
what? Damn it. Yeah, no. I mean, I was floored. I was like, so you can't say that.
Well, look, it could always be worse. Could be white
You
people.
could be from Alabama. You could be Alabama, baby.
Could be Alabama white people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why they have Alabama white barbecue sauce.
Oh,
my
God.
Speaking of which, can we talk about the fucking? Do you have that picture that Nick sent? There is Nature's Promise. What's that from? Is that like
What?
Whole Foods?
What?
Mumbo sauce. Nature's
What?
Promise.
Okay.
No,
Mumbo
I
sauce.
didn't put it down.
That has to be. I don't know. I don't want it. I don't even want to try it. It's
Well,
not-
so then Boo made a good point. He was like, we don't know. It might be fire. Maybe we should try it.
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Most of their
Maybe-
food's not good anyway.
But what if it,
fuck?
hold on, here it is. I got it. Hold on, let me download it. But what if it is fire, dude? Like,
That's the thing. We should try. We should
Uh,
at least try.
should we try though?
I don't
mean,
know.
I think we should try. I
As
think
a
we should
chef,
taste
I
it.
I feel like trying it is just me like
So hold on.
shitting
So
on the whole
as a
city.
chef, the first thing I looked at was the picture that they had on it, and they
Okay.
got the picture right, man. They got the pineapple. They got the
No,
tomato,
I
they got the
cannot take that seriously. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Absolutely not. No, I will.
What are you doing,
Nick is-
Nature's
Nick is
Promise?
Nick
No.
is in New
Mumbo
York.
sauce.
Nick is in New York.
He's
No.
not even just in New York. He
I
is in
don't-
upstate New York, and he found this.
I don't. No, absolutely no.
So people are like, "What's this Mambo's? Oh shit! I don't get his Mambo."
No, I'm sorry. Absolutely.
I feel that we just for science, we need to try it and
okay.
compare it.
And then can we put it in the middle of the road and run over the
Yes.
cars after we
But
try
we
it?
can like compare it to like the actual mumbo sauce here.
Yeah,
We'll get
it's
Capital City Mambo, and then we'll get fucking that. right,
Nature's Promise.
And then take the Nature's Promise and throw it against the mayor's fucking
Yes.
door.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right, here we. Hey, she probably sold the recipe. All right, here's a dad joke about Nick Gates. Or not,
Oh, no.
what am I talking
Nick Gates.
about? Sorry,
Matt Gates.
What did we learn?
Pedophile guy?
Matt Gates' favorite assault rifle is the ARU-15. There's a Second Amendment joke.
Stepdads.
I'm gonna play that one more time because it's that good.
All right, so what did we learn?
Matt Gates' favorite assault rifle is the ARU-15. There's a Second Amendment joke.
Stepdads.
It's
Yes.
too bad that Boo isn't on the show today. He would
I'll
get
play
a
it
kick
again
out of
next week. I'll play it again next week.
that.
All right, so I'm gonna play what made Marcus cry because I had nothing cried this week, but somebody sent this video and it made me cry as I was down.
It wasn't me, Marcus. I didn't do it.
And then I'm gonna play my favorite guy and then Boo's favorite guy. So we'll play this. What made Marcus cry first?
It's something good. Bethany did a little genetics test to see about the belly because she was hurt.
Betty's pregnant.
Nope.
Then what is it?
She found somebody
She found somebody.
that has
So, but-
30% genetics with her in common. And the only people that are that in common with her would be a grandparent.
Okay.
Stop crying already.
Well, all of her grandparents on my side are gone.
Well, that means I actually got kinfolk.
He wants to talk to you. She's already talked to him. She's been texting him all day. He wants to FaceTime with you. And you have sisters.
I have sisters?
Aww.
He didn't even know that you existed. And he's so excited to find you.
I have people.
He lives in Colorado. He worked for Lockheed Martin for 30 years. And he has a ranch up in Colorado, and he wants to see you as soon as possible. You have a dad.
Yeah, Dad, but I mean,
Aww. Look at Marcus crying over there.
Oh.
If Jamie were here, he'd have a towel. He'd be like, wiping his face.
All right, we got 2 more tickets. You guys got anything else that you want to say?
Fuck white male cis assholes.
Yeah,
Christian
all white
assholes.
men. You're
Fuck us.
Fuck you guys.
You're treading a
You're
thin
fucking
fucking
disagree.
line right now.
Ruining our lives.
So I'm gonna show some memes before we get out of here. All right, Val, read
Okay.
this meme.
How do you surprise a blind man? Leave a plunger in the toilet. That's terrible. Until we meet again.
And in case you needed this, they actually sell these things.
What the?
What is this? Whose feet are these? What?
I don't like it. I don't know.
I don't like it
Get
either.
it away.
You can sell boots.
No.
No. Bye.
All right. Has anybody been watching Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
A little bit, yes. A little bit. A little bit. Okay. All right. That's good.
I
That's
mean, it's
good.
pretty funny.
Good one. Let's go.
Hey, Val, read this restaurant meme.
I'm waiting. I work in a restaurant. Stop asking me what time I get off. I literally have no idea.
ever.
Marcus, that's why when you ask me when I'm going to get off, I'm like, dude, why are you asking me this? Yeah.
I don't know.
Literally no idea.
Literally, I have no idea.
Ever.
All right,
Because
Val,
I
you
could be like, I think I'm going to be off in like 15 minutes. And then the next thing you know, an hour and a half has gone
Yeah.
by and I'm
Yeah.
still fucking there.
Yep. That's what
Hey, Val, you
happens.
said this one too, so read this one as well.
He who hath not a uterus should shut the fucketh up. Philippians 13:13.
Perfect.
Cheers. Cheers to that bitch.
Yes.
Did we mention that Caitlin is in the studio today with us?
I am. I came all the way here. And by all the way, I mean not that far.
So what do you think? You like so much of it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So Val, while you're going outside your bathroom and we were talking, Caitlin
Right?
kept looking at me. I'm like, look at the camera, not me.
Why? That's the whole thing. Like you're interacting. with the
I
person
know.
in the fucking
She can't look at me when she's
studio.
like,
Why not?
whatever.
It makes it more authentic.
Caitlin,
Yeah.
why don't you read this meme?
Okay. No thanks, McDonald's. I'll just have a cheeseburger. Try the new anus
Oh, no.
pounder. Oh.
Who is in charge of that sign? I want to give him a.
Teenagers.
I want to
All
give him a
teenagers.
bonus.
What the
Next time I go to McDonald's and be like, I'd like one anus pounder, please.
Just one. Just one.
You
Just
want
one.
You don't want two?
Just one. No, just one. I can.
No, just one at a time.
One.
One at a time. All right. You guys, if you watch past 6 fucking episodes, you know this guy is my favorite guy, my new favorite TikTok guy.
Oh, this.
Okay, bitches.
Ever get tired of being in second place? Do you ever get tired of taking your passengers to the wrong airport, bitch? First of all, bitch, that only happened one time this week. Bitch, it's Monday. Well, neither of you are as fun as a Fetty. Bitch, you grabbed an Amazon truck, put the name Fetty on the side, got some shitty-ass strobe lights, and started picking up drunk white bitches. I can't find my phone. Can someone call my phone? Is it an iPhone or a rotary phone? Damn it, Taco Bell! You are not a rideshare app, bitch! I just started a new rideshare service. It's called Taco Bell. But get this, the O is turned upside down. Bitch, you did not just put a taco on wheels! It's actually a Doritos Locos taco. Fuck, I think my phone is on silent. Taco Bell, you cannot be a rideshare, bitch! Oh, is that so? Well, let me ask you something. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. That is not your slogan, bitch!
That guy's
All right.
funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Pasteurized Chef, but I don't have anything left. I have one more TikTok, and this is Boo's favorite. You guys ready?
I'm ready. Bated breath right here.
Grab his dick and twist it. Oh my god.
Just kidding. That's not it. That's not it.
That's not it? Okay. All right.
But it's good. It's funny, right? That was funny. All right, here we go.
It says that your boyfriend left you for your grandpa?
You are correct.
Kelsey, please, God, tell us this story.
So I got chlamydia, and I'm not cheating on my boyfriend. So I did some digging, and he was texting this person, and come to find out, he was seeing my grandfather.
You got chlamydia from your own grandfather?
I guess so.
I want to just say, I know I'm reacting with this incredible shock, but this is also your life. Have you gotten past the pain part?
It can only be so painful, you know. When your boyfriend's gay, you just have to move forward.
I feel like this is about more than your boyfriend being gay.
Way more than that.
With your grandpa.
Therapy gecko.
Totally insane. They pushed me out and maced me.